Hey everyone, I am Harshit. Today we are going to learn the topic nationalism in India. Nationalism is nothing but patriotism. So, when India, 100 years ago, when India was under British rule, British has ruled India for 200 years. And at this time in 1914 to 1918, World War One has taken place, and even India was also affected by World War One. So, what were the effects that India had during World War One? That was, it created a new political and economical situation. The World War One has created a new economic situation. Whenever there is a war, we have loss on both the sides. It may be a victory country or a losing country, a losing side or a victory side. We have loss on both the sides. So even in India also, it had a new economical situation. So where India became poor, it had a very bad economic situation, and then there was a huge expenditure increase. So taxes were increased because the government need money to fight for the war. So for fighting for the war, the money it gets from people. So it has increased the expenditure, and then it also income tax was introduced during World War One, and then the villagers were they as the soldier supply was less, so soldiers get killed in the wars. So as their supply has become less, what British has done is it has taken the soldiers, it has taken the villagers, and without any training they were sent for the battleground to battle. And then there was forced recruitment, means the villagers were forced to join in the army and to fight for British. Then there was also a crop failure in India at that time. So crop failure means there is no growth of crop, and when there is crop failure, it is immediately accompanied by a famine. So we see in famine also many people die due to lack of food. The poor die, the rich live. And adding adding with famine, there was also influenza epidemic. So influenza epidemic was there, which has created more worse situation in India. So we see here 12 to 13 millions were killed or were perished due to this influenza epidemic. So these were the effects of World War One on India. Now, coming to the next part, when Gandhiji was in tour in South Africa, he was fighting against the colonialism in favor of blacks. And after winning there, or after victory over there, in January 1915, Gandhiji has returned to India from South Africa. So we see the date, it is January 1915. So on January 1915, Gandhiji has returned from South Africa to India. And coming to India, he was shocked by seeing the situation of India. India was under colonialism, and he saw these all were happening around him, and there was slavery around him. So he thought to start a movement, a non-violence movement, a non-violent movement. He don't wanted more violence to be created. Already there is so much of violence, and again he don't wanted to create any more violence. So what he chose a non-violence movement. So according to Gandhiji, Swaraj or Satyagraha was meaning that to emphasis on the power of truth and the need to search for the truth. So what is the meaning of Satyagraha according to Gandhiji? It was to emphasis on the power of truth, and the need to search for the truth. So according to Gandhiji, Satyagraha meant this. Then next coming to, so as soon as he came to India, as I told, he have decided to start some movements. So the first movement that he has started in India was the Champaran movement. In Champaran, he started his first movement, a non-violence movement. In Champaran, 1916, Champaran is a place in Bihar. So Champaran is located in Bihar. So in 1916, Gandhiji travelled to Champaran, which is in Bihar. So in 1916, he has started his first Satyagraha movement, a non-violence movement. So in 1916, he travelled to Champaran, a city or a place in Bihar, and he supported the indigo plantation workers. He supported the indigo plantation workers. So indigo plantation workers, they were forced by the oppressive plantation system. They were forced. So to inspire them, Gandhiji has started the Champaran movement. So Gandhiji has travelled to Bihar to inspire the indigo planters to struggle against oppressive plantation system. So Champaran, what he did, Champaran, he started or he supported the indigo plantation workers. Then the second movement that Gandhiji has started was the Kheda movement, which was in 1917. Kheda is a city or a place in Gujarat. So Kheda is a place in Gujarat. So we see Kheda is in Gujarat, and in 1917 Gandhiji travelled to Gujarat. Why? There was a crop failure in Kheda. As already mentioned, there was a crop failure in many parts of India. So there was also a crop failure in Kheda, a city or a place in Gujarat. So in 1917, the Kheda Satyagraha movement took place, and in 1916 the Champaran movement took place. So in Kheda, 1917, there was a crop failure and a plague epidemic. Here in Kheda, there was a crop failure and there was a plague epidemic. So this made the farmers' life miserable. So there was the tax for farmers. So there was a crop failure and the plague epidemic. So they were not having a crop in their hand. So they can only pay their income through selling their crop. There was no crop, so how could they sell or how could they pay the tax? So their life has turned into a miserable life. So Gandhiji has started Satyagraha movement for the demand in the reduce or in the reduction of the revenue. So this is the second movement that Gandhiji has taken. So the third Satyagraha movement was the Ahmedabad cotton mill worker movement. In 1918, Gandhiji travelled to Ahmedabad, a city which is again in Gujarat. So in 1918, Gandhiji travelled to Ahmedabad, which is in Gujarat, and there, due to low wages and poor working conditions, the cotton mill workers, there was no proper condition for doing their work or to perform their work, or even there was no proper salary given to them. So they were forced to join the Satyagraha movement, so that their demands would be heard and their demands would be satisfied. So in Ahmedabad, 1918, Gandhiji travelled to Ahmedabad, and then due to poor working conditions and low wages, the mill workers were forced to join the Satyagraha movement under the leadership of Gandhiji. So these are the three Satyagraha movements Gandhiji has started as soon as coming from South Africa to India. That are the Champaran movement in 1916, the Kheda movement in 1917, and the Ahmedabad cotton mill worker movement in 1918. Then Rowlatt Act. I think most of you have heard about this word, Rowlatt Act. This act was passed on 1919. This was strictly not accepted by Indians. Why? Because this law was hurriedly passed. by the Imperial Legislative. So this law, the Rowlatt Act, was passed hurriedly in the Imperial Legislative Council, and the Indians were opposing it, but Britishers did not listen and they hurriedly passed the law. Then what does this law consist, or what is the action of this law, or what does this law do is, it gave the government enormous of power so that it can repress the political activists or political leaders, and then it could imprison the political leaders for 2 years without any trial. So if they start any movement, they are taken to the jail and they are put in the jail for 2 years. After 2 years, they would be released. So this was the Rowlatt Act. The main two things were, it gave the government enormous power to repress the political activities, and it gave the government the power to put the political leaders in behind of the bars for 2 years without any trial. And then the main aim of this Rowlatt Act was to destroy the national movements by jailing the leaders. So what was the main aim of Britishers? Not to raise any voice against them, to suppress everyone. So the same thing they have done. They destroyed, their aim was to destroy the national movements that were held by the nationalists or by the political leaders, and would arrest the political leaders for 2 years. Then how did the Indian members react to this Rowlatt Act? So with the non-violence, Mahatma Gandhi started a Rowlatt Satyagraha on 6th April 1919. So Gandhiji, with non-violence, he has started the Rowlatt Satyagraha, and he started it on the date which is 6th April 1919. So then when he started the Satyagraha, the police, they were suppressing them, and on 10th April 1919, the policemen or the Britishers, they have fired on the peaceful protesters. They were peacefully, they are demonstrating, or they were conducting their rallies, but the policemen on 10th April 1919, they started firing on the peaceful protesters. And on 13th April 1919, the most infamous Jallianwala Bagh massacre has taken place. So at that time there was a martial law imposed in the city, and many people, as it was a Baisakhi annual festival, many people have gathered in the place Jallianwala Bagh. So most of them were villagers, because villagers were not aware that there was martial law going on. So many of them came for celebrating the annual Baisakhi festival, while some came to discuss about this Rowlatt Satyagraha. So the General Dyer, without any warning, has entered into Jallianwala Bagh. He blocked the entrance. There was only one entry, one exit. He blocked, and he started firing on the people. So many thousands were died in this Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And seeing the situation, the Britishers have assigned General Dyer to take the command. So there was martial law imposed, and then the General Dyer was given the commandance to look after everything that is happening. So he has taken this. He has shooted the innocent people in Jallianwala Bagh, and this came to be known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Then, seeing this, many people started becoming very violent. Till this time, they were non-violently. They were participating in the strikes, rallies, everything. After hearing this incident, a very sad incident, people, they were not in the manner they were before. they started reacting with violence. They said, "You killed our people, so we will also kill you." So they came onto the roads, on the streets. They started destructing the buildings, the police stations. So Gandhiji wanted a non-violence movement, but they have made it a violent movement. So Gandhiji withdrew the Rowlatt Satyagraha. So Gandhiji, after Jallianwala Bagh massacre, many people came on streets. People attacked police stations, buildings, and many more British offices. And seeing this, the police were not quiet. They wanted to humiliate the Indians. What were the steps to humiliate Indians? They were, they were made to crawl on the ground, to rub their nose on the ground, and to give a salute to the British officers, which was a very humiliating thing for Indians. And they also created a fear of terrorism and awe. So these were the things they have done. So hearing these all, Gandhiji has withdrew the Rowlatt Satyagraha. So people were humiliated, they were terrorized, and then people were also, they were reacting very violently. So Gandhiji was forced to take back the Rowlatt Satyagraha.